Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, the brand new Toyota Prius. Yes, this vehicle debuted in Las Vegas just a handful of days ago. Just in fact, a couple of nights ago, this machine was shown off. Now, I know it's not the world's greatest looking machine, but listen to some of the stuff they say about this machine, because this sounds a little bit more car guy-esque the way they talked about this machine. Now, it's a little bit longer overall, but it's also lower and wider and has double wishbone suspension on all four corners, which they're claiming makes this thing extremely fun to drive. I would have to drive this actually to believe this, but that being said, it's got an all-new interior and all-new exterior, obviously, and they're claiming the vehicle has a 10% greater efficiency, bringing it up to 55 miles per gallon. Oddly enough, there's supposedly an eco version coming down the pike of this machine, which they're claiming could get upwards of around 60 miles a gallon. An eco version of the Toyota Prius? The Prius already an eco car? That being said, not the biggest fan of the styling on this car. We'll have to see it in person to get a little bit better idea of just what this vehicle looked like, because I thought the last Prius was not a bad looking machine at all. So it'll be interesting to see what this does on the open market. This thing will be going on sale in the year of 2016. Next up on the list, little shot of the brand new Porsche Carrera look. This is basically the 991.2, the mid-cycle refresh, if you will, for the 911 lineup. Basically, on the outside, it looks very close to being the same. Tiny bit up in the front, tiny bit in the back they did. But the real stuff comes underneath. This vehicle will have an entirely underneath the Carrera umbrella turbocharged lineup, and that will have a lot more official details when this vehicle debuts at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Another vehicle that will debut at the Frankfurt Motor Show, and one that we showed off a teaser shot of. Remember those sketches of the brand new DTM C63 AMG, the German touring car? Well, here it is. This vehicle will be debuting at the Frankfurt Motor Show. This will be Mercedes' weapon of choice when it comes to the 2016 German touring car racing season. Another vehicle that'll be debuting alongside it is this vehicle, the brand new C63 AMG Edition 1. Now, we've seen Mercedes-Benz do a fair amount of these Edition 1 versions. Again, this vehicle is going to be a limited edition machine, different wheels and tires, different striping package, different paint color options, but the vehicle will have a base and an S version, both of them having the 4-liter twin turbocharged V8. And the base version makes 469 brake horsepower and 479 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 60 sprint comes in at 3.9 seconds. Now, if you get the S version, you get 503 brake horsepower and 516 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 62 comes in at just 3.8 seconds. Again, this vehicle is going to be a limited edition. We don't know pricing or availability. It's going to be a limited run on this machine, so it's going to have a limited run price. We'll know a whole lot more come the Frankfurt Motor Show. Next up on the list, you may remember this machine, the Bentley EXP9F. Yes, this was Bentley's first shot at building a sport utility vehicle. And you know what? I have to say that this looks not bad nowadays. I really thought it looked terrible back in the day. That being said, this is the official brand new Bentley. This is the new Bentley Bentayga, and there is a weird, convoluted reason why they're calling it the Bentayga, and I don't really care for that name. That being said, everything else is great. The car's good looking, not bad at all. But listen to what lives within. Supposedly the fastest SUV, at least for now, on the planet. This vehicle gets a 12% more efficient with a heavily revised 6-liter twin turbocharged W12 in this machine. That makes 600 brake horsepower and 664 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. 0 to 62 comes in at 4.1 seconds with a top speed of 187 miles an hour. Of course, if you got a big honking SUV, you got to go close to 200 miles an hour. Otherwise, what's the point? That being said, there's going to be a diesel version coming down the line and a hybrid version of this machine that's going to be shown off very soon. Another vehicle that's going to be shown off at the Frankfurt Motor Show is this machine, the Volkswagen GTI Golf Clubsport Edition. Now, again, this is a limited edition Golf GTI in the Clubsport form. What you get is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 261 brake horsepower and 210 pounds-feet of torque. That being said, at full throttle, you do get an overboost coming out of the engine, which allows this thing to make, for upwards of 10 seconds, which I think is kind of wonky, it can make 286 brake horsepower. 0 to 62 comes in at 5.9 seconds for the dual clutch automatic, or 6 flat for the manual transmission. Again, limited edition, so we don't know what pricing or availability is, but we'll know a whole lot more at Frankfurt. But again, it'll have a limited edition price, chances are. Last up on the list, probably one of the most interesting machines you'll see at Frankfurt, at least to me. This is the brand new Honda 2 and 4. Basically, they let their design studio just go nuts. Just go design whatever the heck you want, and this is what they've came up with. A ultra lightweight track car. And think of it like the KTM Crossbow, or even or I should say Caterham, and the KTM Crossbow. Not to mention other track day stars like that new Slingshot from the Polaris folks. But check out what this machine has under the hood. This vehicle has a 999cc V4 RC 213V Honda MotoGP motorcycle engine. If you don't know what MotoGP, think of Formula One on motorcycles. It's the pinnacle of motorcycle racing, at least road racing, is MotoGP. Now, they've kind of detuned this machine. That way it can live, at least get a little bit more streetable usage. But it makes 212 brake horsepower, and this whole machine is going to weigh 405 kilograms. Yes, that's right. It's going to weigh 893 pounds. That being said, it's got this whole flying seating arrangement, what Honda's calling it, where basically there's just a chair bolted to the side of the monocoque of this machine. Obviously, this thing can't be street legal. There's going to be a lot of stuff done to it. But it does look the business, doesn't it? I cannot wait. I hope I ever get the chance to see this thing in the flesh. And I hope that one day Honda may build this machine. Obviously, a more streetable version would be great. So, very cool piece of kit. The Honda 2 and 4. Another vehicle that doesn't have a very good name. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, the link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.